Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is to add the furniture tags. Okay, so you go to your furniture layout, and it's always nice to work here, maximize the viewport. And then you see here some furniture tags. If I double click on it, you'll notice that there are different items. The ID, which now I place at 00, the prompt, right? ID question mark, and then the value. So the tag value, that only the tag value will show. The rest, they form part of the database for the furniture. Okay? So item type, item size, material. Okay? So how did I do that? So first, you type the @def command, attribute definition. Okay? And you place there the tag. Normally, now I like 00 or 00, so that I know that size of the circle. That actually gives me a good size value. Okay? But here I will type ID as the prompt, question mark. And then the default is, let's say, F1 or C1 for chair. Okay? So this will be middle center justified. And I want it just small. I think this is maybe too big. And then annotative. Now, for this one, the first one, you want it visible. Doesn't have to be constant. You don't have to verify. It takes another time verifying. Doesn't have to be a preset. So we click OK and we place. Now, it's always nice to place this in layer 0. In fact, make sure your layer is 0 or set to 0 as the current layer. Next, we add a circle, shift right click, place it in the insertion point of the attribute right there, and don't make it too tight or too big. Okay, just enough. And then we use @def again, @def. Now this time we'll add the material, and we're going to say what is the material being used for this, or you will just say material question mark. Okay, and the default for this one, let's say, is wood. Okay, middle center, also small, but this time invisible. Okay, click OK, and we're going to place it here, middle center, so somewhere here. And then we do another attribute. Now notice, because my last command was @def, the align below previous attribute definition is available. I can check that so that the next attribute will simply go below this attribute. Okay, the next one will say item underscore size. The prompt, again, it could be a whole question, or what is the item size, length, and width of this furniture. Or you can just say item size question mark. And then we'll put a value. Let's say this is 2 feet by 2 feet. Okay? That's a default value that you can change. I'll click OK, and it goes below the previous attribute. And then I click Enter again to repeat the attribute definition command. This time I'm going to say middle center also, yes. Then item type, okay? And again, to simplify the prompt, I just say item type question mark. And then let's just say chair, okay? Middle center, align. Actually, sorry. If you click align below previous, all of this will be grayed out. So it will just go to the next line. Don't worry if you do not have this available. Maybe you issued a different command. That's why it's not available. Okay? So you can just place it below the previous one. It doesn't really matter. So this one is nice because I don't need to set this up. I just click this button here, align below previous attribute definition. I click OK, and it goes down. You can have as many as you want. Let's say, who will sit here? This is the chair of David. Okay? Yeah, in offices, sometimes it's nice to track who are seated in different desks.
CEO somewhere.
Yeah, so who sits here. What else can you add? When was it purchased? How much was it purchased for? Who is the manufacturer? You can place there the telephone number of the manufacturer. Okay, so this is the beginning of BIM, right? Building information, right? You put information. Okay, so even AutoCAD, you can do that. Now, once you have completed this is enough for this exercise. Then you make this into a block. Okay, so B is the shortcut key for block. Okay, name this as, let's just say, furniture tag. If you make it generic, you can actually use it for any, like a furniture, what else do you have, right? Even the door, right? You can use that for the door. So pick point. This will be our insertion point, which is the insert. Okay. Specify, select the objects. So select all of this. Okay. Make it annotative. Allow exploding. Convert to block. Click OK. And then you can change the value of this. I think this is correct for my chair. So I'm going to accept those values. I'm just going to click OK. Okay. So I can now move this, let's say move this from here to there, right? I can copy this from here to there, and then I can copy this to here, to this sofa, okay? To this sofa right here. I can copy it here. So you can copy it everywhere. And then what do you do next? Well, let's say for the sofa, instead of C1, you're going to edit this, double click on the block, and then you can say this is S1. Okay? And then you click on the material. This is made of leather. And then you can click on the item size. This is 6 feet by 3 feet, let's say. Then you click on the item type. This is a 3-seat sofa. Click OK. So now this has those values. Copy, 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 and then edit. So this one is a 2-seat sofa. Double click on it. So this one will be the only problem with OO is that OO doesn't match ID, right? But for me it works. So ID actually should be the tag. Okay? You understand why I made it OO, right? Okay. Then this one will be S2. Material will also be leather. Item size, this one will now be, let's say, 4 feet by 3 feet. Okay. Item type, this is a 2-seater sofa, or sometimes they call it love seat, right? Click OK. Okay. And then this one, dining chair or something, right? So make those changes. If you want to look at the schedule, take a photo of this. So you have the sizes. The sizes are, make it feet and inches, I think. And you don't have to measure it, or you can measure it if you want to be more accurate. But we're here for the technique. You apply this in studio, right? Of course, you apply the correct values. But this is just for the technique purpose, okay? So that's how you add tags for the furniture. The next thing that I'm going to lecture on will be how to create a table. Okay, so under schedule, you'll see here the different schedule which we can extract or create within Excel. So I'm going to show you how to extract data. And of course, this one, you can simply type in Excel and bring it in here. Okay. Notice that this is in paper space. Okay. So you can place it in paper space. So you can add, you can do all of this, right? I'm just going to show you how to extract it. This one here, you simply place it somewhere and then select a door design, and then just make sure you project so they will have the same size. Like this one is not correctly projected. Okay, so don't copy this. So if you have a frame here, the frame should only be up to there. Okay, now the design doesn't have to be complex. So technically, this should be smaller. Okay, so this should be aligned there, or aligned to the frame. Okay, now, so you create one. It could be a simple door, could be more complex in design. It's up to you. Okay, this one here shows this diagonal shows where the hinge is. Now, in some countries, and it's a little bit confusing, how I learned this, when you place a diagonal, it's pointing to where the hinge is. Some does it the reverse. If the hinge is here, they'll do the reverse, pointing toward the door is how you swing it. So just make sure in the office you are working in, what's the convention there that they use. Okay, both works. My standard is it points toward the hinge. Okay, so that's a door legend. Now, how do you do the extraction of information? So we have added the attributes, furniture, and all of that. Next thing you want to do is simply type data extraction. Select data extraction. Create a new data extraction. Okay, next. Make sure you place it in a folder that you know how to access. So let's say I'll just place it under downloads for now. Okay, but it's always nice to have a folder that you can access. So let's say I have a folder here. Yeah, had two. Okay, so name it. So let's say furniture data. Okay, I'm just going to say two. No, just put a name, right? When asked to extract, the next thing that will happen is you're going to be asked to name it. Okay, so I named it furniture data. Save. Okay, and then you click on settings. If you have XREFs, which we have not talked about yet, make sure you check XREFs, external references. Okay. Click OK. And then you click on next. Now, there are so many items that are being shown. You only want to show blocks with attributes. Remember @def, right? We only want to show blocks with attributes. We don't want to display all object types. So we get the tags that we created. I'll have some duplicates because I made duplicates. I added some, but in your case, you might not have all of this. Don't worry. Okay. So display blocks only, display blocks with attributes only, display objects currently in use. You click next, and you want to uncheck all except attributes. Select attributes. You click next, and there you go. It counts the number of times that tag is added. Okay, and then you want to not show the name. See this one here? I don't need that, right? In fact, I'm just going to delete that if I extract this information. I don't need that, so I will say show name column unchecked. You want to count the number of times something was added, okay? And you want to combine identical rows. Okay, you click next, and then you want to output this as an XLS or Excel file. That's the reason why I ask, do you know how to use Excel, right? And then you click on this button and make sure you place it in a location you are familiar with. So let's say here, save, and next, and finish. Once you have done that, look for the folder where you saved it. Okay, look for the folder, double click on it. It's an Excel file. Now, all you have to do is you need to clean it up, fix it, so you can make the column longer, smaller, and then you can put together the things that belong together with each other, right? So a little fixing, but these are the information that you have. And like I said, I do have duplicates because I created another attribute. But in your case, you shouldn't have those duplicates. Okay? And then you can complete this. I don't have the complete information I think in one of the attributes, we called it dimension, but there's the item size, so you can combine those. You can move information, and then you can delete columns that you don't need. So I can delete that. ID, yeah, I think I need that. ID, I think I need the material. This one, D1, I don't need that, so I can delete that. Item size, item type. This one, I can delete that. Okay. And then things that do not have any information, I can delete. Okay. You can add more information there. And then if you are done, maybe you'd like to add a title. So insert, shift, right click, insert a row. And then you can say this is the furniture schedule. Okay. Furniture schedule, highlight all the cells at the top and simply click on, let's see, combine, or I think there's one option here. Here, okay? Merge and center. Merge and center, okay? And then I can highlight this. Comments, I think I want to place the comments here at the end. If I want comments, if not, I can simply delete that. Okay, so no comments, that's okay. Make sure you complete all the values. For now, I'm just going to delete this. Okay, make sure duplicates like 3-seater, 3-seat, you combine them. And then you simply highlight and say all borders. And then you can also highlight and say tick outside border. Control C once highlighted, and then you can go to the schedule tab. So you can create a schedule tab, Control V, and paste it there. Okay. Now, in the same token, you can have, let's say, this information here, door schedule. You can take a photo of that, copy it, and place it in Excel. So you can place it here, and then you can copy, Control C, and paste it in your schedule. Okay, so that's for door schedule, wall legend. So you can make this in Excel, somewhere here, copy, and then paste it here, wall legend. Okay, and yep, so I have several furniture schedule here already. All you need is a door type schedule, wall legend. This is actually door legend. Okay, door. Sorry. Yeah, door legend. Door legend. Make sure you have the correct scale. This one, of course, you are not scaling those. But otherwise, all you need to do is extract the data and then place it here. Now, can you simply type the value in Excel without data extraction? Like, I can't get data extraction. It's so difficult. It's not really difficult, but if you want to just type and create a table in Excel, you can also do that, of course. Yeah, just do a table, type everything, and copy and paste. Yeah, but data extraction allows you to not to retype the things that you have already done in your attributes. Okay, so hopefully you try to practice data extraction. It's powerful. Okay, so that's exercise number 4. you need to do this also for exercise number or project 1, step 4A, B, and C. Okay? Where you do the, like I said earlier, demolition plan for the project, which is right here. Demolition plan, and then the new plan, proposed plan, and then the furniture added to it with the tags and then the schedule. Okay?